Hello, dear all. Um, I represent a group of researchers from Kazakh British Technical University and Kazakh National Agrarian Research University from Kazakhstan. And my presentation is about geomatics application for farms sustainability. In Kazakhstan, we have a big problem with water resources and as many other Central Asian countries in Central Asia. So on the one hand, we have floods. So currently this year we had a big floods, and last year we had big droughts. And this summer we may have again this big drought. So we have this emergency event each periodically, and quite often flood droughts. And we have to work on this issue somehow with climate change and with anthropogenic destruction of the environment. We have a lot of floods and droughts. And how we may work on this issue. And Kazakh government decided to invest about 3 trillion Kazakh tenge, or it's about 7 billion euro on this issue. And the main beneficiaries of this program are supposed to be farmers, because farmers use a lot of water. About 65% of water users are farmers. Agriculture uses a lot of water. And this program actually has a big concern. A lot of people, and especially environmentalists, concerned about it, that this program could be unsustainable, because this program is dedicated mostly on construction of dams, reservoirs, and simply saying we will continue to destruct this environment. And another reason that environmentalists concerned that mostly big corporations, agro holding will benefit from this program, because big dams, reservoirs will be built, and these big farmers will continue to grow these monocultural crops as wheat, rice, cotton, and cattle growing industry that consume a lot of water, and they will not improve situation much. So it's mostly water consumption. So you may see on these images, and some reservoirs, dams dry up in some years because of huge evaporation. So this solution quite questionable, and we are working, we are trying to develop different scenarios. What else could be done? It's some kind of a lot of discussion now in Kazakhstan, and brainstorming, and some, just some competition of ideas how we can use this money more efficiently. And we're learning what other countries are doing. And recently we had a webinars. You may check this YouTube link, and it was very interesting to learn that Slovakia is doing a lot of stuff. It's very interesting. And as Croatia and Slovakia are doing a lot of stuff in more natural way. So you have in Croatia and Slovakia, you have very nice program. It's a naturally based system. So you may see these images by building this natural system, and based on topography, you may build some kind of small channel, and by using these trees, water can be snow melt, and rainwater could be collected, and water can move more evenly. So you may see a lot of different small construction could be built. Instead of building huge dump, huge reservoir, it's more rational to build a very small local based, and to have more decentralization. So in our case in Kazakhstan, everything is centralized, everything controlled from one place. But in Croatia, in Slovakia, it's a lot of stuff decentralized, and a lot of farmers use this more natural small system. And also it was interesting to learn what Ethiopia in Africa they're doing. They have the same strategy, and they work on the drought issues by soil restoration. It's more natural system. So, and we're learning all this stuff and we're trying to convince our government to use more this strategy. But it's necessary to work more and to have more workshop, training program, maybe to have some kind of exchange program to see in real life how it works in Croatia, in Slovakia, in other countries. So we are working on this investigation, and we have some facilities which is supported by the research grant from Germany and from our country, and so we're trying to investigate this water movement on the surface and how water moves underground, and remote sensing GIS used a lot for this type of activities, and we are trying to set up more natural system and how water can move naturally on the farmlands. And this is the idea what we are targeted to develop. So this strategy is used, as I mentioned, in Croatia, in Slovakia, and in Ethiopia, in many other countries. And it calls contour stripe lines on the farmland. So now with development of this remote sensing technologies and with global navigation satellite system, digital elevation model, digital surface model, digital terrain model could be developed on the high level resolution, on centimeter level. So for precision agriculture, this type of technology could be used very well. So even if we have flat land, so you may see, for example, this quite flat area, but at the same time you see this big erosion here. So if we have even difference in centimeter level, if we have, for example, changes in the level and something like in 10, 20 centimeters, so it could be some kind of big erosion. You see this water may move when we have big rain or big snow melt or something. So it will be could be erosion. So you may see that if we develop proper topography maps and digital terrain model, we can set up these contour strip lines by horizontals very well, and use combination of these small canals like this one, and so it's not so deep. Is this type of canal used also with organics, so we can put a lot of organics here, so it may stay and collect water. And in this case, when we have big rain or we have some melted water, so it will move evenly. So it will not have this type of erosion. And if we have a big amount of water at the end of this system, we may have small ponds. So we may have many small ponds on this farmland. So farmland could be evenly set up, and water can be collected properly. So this is idea what we are targeted to develop, and Croatia and Slovakia use this strategy very well. So you may see these photos from Croatia and Slovakia, how they evenly use this strategy, put all this stuff, and we would like to learn all this type of methodologies and to have this type of practical training, so convince our decision makers in Kazakhstan, our politicians and ministries to use this strategy. So this is situation what we have in Kazakhstan. You may see these pictures, this monocultures, monocrops, and you may see that even if we have these small hilly areas, we don't use this strategy. Farmers in Kazakhstan don't use these contour strip lines on their farmlands. And somehow our government and Ministry of Agriculture subsidized to produce more monocrops. So it will be reasonable convince our government that we should use more different strategies, maybe to learn from Croatia and Slovakia how they use this strategy, and to set up this contour strip lines, and to have more natural system. Because in Kazakhstan we use a lot of pesticides, nitrate, phosphates, a lot of chemicals. So it will be more efficient to use more natural system, natural based system. So this is the idea what we're trying to convince our government and Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Water Resources. And for this purpose, we need to develop some training program. So it will be very helpful to have dual training program. and to have some kind of exchange program between our universities and our colleges, and maybe farmers and politicians may have some kind of training program. They may see what Croatia is doing with on their land, and to have short training program. And this type of training program could be on 3 months based, or maybe even 1 month for the very busy people, and 6 months or 12 months. So it depends. So some of the training could be used for marketing, just to convince our governments that we should use this type of stuff, and people should see it in real life, how it works in Croatia and in Slovakia. And so who knows, maybe we'll convince our government and to use more natural system, and stop this agricultural way how we work in Kazakhstan now. So it's very aggressive to use more monocrops, and we should move to more natural system. So this is our strategy, and we hope that we can set up this lifelong educational program, and University of Zagreb is quite good in this lifelong learning educational programs. We are not good in Kazakhstan. We have to set up it, and because many people think if they had one diploma, it's done, that. But we have to continue to study permanently, and this technology like Leica, Hexagon, and GeoWild, how they use all this technology for high resolution digital terrain model, and to work on the topography on the centimeter level, are very important. So this is our strategy, and these are our contacts. Please contact me and my colleagues. We would be happy to work with you and set up this certification training program. Thank you very much. I appreciate for your attention.